Yo guys, Aaron here, and now I'll talk about whether I think COD Mobile is dying. Now, this is a pretty big topic right now. A lot of people on Reddit, Twitter, even in the comments of YouTube videos are saying that COD Mobile is a dying game, that no one's playing it anymore. And even iFerg made a video on this, obviously the biggest COD Mobile YouTuber. And basically in his video what he said was that the game itself isn't dying because the player count is continuing to rise and still has a huge player count month to month. But he says content in general for COD Mobile is dying and viewership is low because the game's been out for 2 years and it's hard to keep making content on the same thing without it getting stale. So, which I completely agree with what he's saying. I don't think the game is dying either. The player count itself just proves that the game isn't dying. But what I will say, one thing you didn't mention, is that in Call of Duty in general, not just COD Mobile, but Warzone and Vanguard and whatever new Call of Duty game comes out, there are two distinct groups of players. The casual players, which make up the majority of the player count, and then there's the hardcore players, which they're on the Reddit every day, they're on Twitter, looking at new content that's coming to the game, looking at leaks, they're joining the test servers and that kind of thing. Whereas the casual players do not care about all that stuff. They don't look at the Reddit, they don't look at any of the COD Mobile social media channels, they don't know what the test server is, they don't care about leaks or any of that kind of thing. And that is the majority of Call of Duty players, not just COD Mobile, but Call of Duty Vanguard, Warzone, whatever other Call of Duty game comes out. The casual players make up the majority of the Call of Duty player count. So in my opinion, what I think is that the game is slowly starting to die within the hardcore player base, and that still doesn't mean the game is dying, because obviously the numbers prove that wrong, and the numbers will continue to rise month to month. But people within the hardcore player base are going to start to slowly leave the game because it's been out for over 2 years now. The game's gonna get stale. Like, no matter what game it is, if you play the game for that long, eventually you're gonna get bored with it. But on top of that, the hardcore player base notices all the issues with the game. Balancing issues, server issues, bugs, and that kind of thing. So eventually, with the game being out for 2 years and people getting bored with it already, along with all those issues, people are just going to naturally end up leaving the game. But that doesn't mean the game is dying, because like I said, the hardcore player base makes up such a small sliver of the overall player base that the game will continue to be popular, people will continue to play it, the tens of millions of people month to month, so overall, I don't see the game dying anytime soon. The only way I can see COD Mobile dying is if this new Call of Duty game that comes out for mobile devices, whether it's Warzone Mobile or a full-fledged Call of Duty game, is drastically better than COD Mobile. Then I can see the game kind of dying and losing its player count. But other than that, I don't see this game dying anytime soon. Like I said, I think this is probably one of the best mobile games out there, in my opinion at least the best competitive mobile games. So I don't see the game dying anytime soon. Now, how I personally feel about the game is that I think the game is getting a little stale too, obviously. I've been playing the game since, I believe it soft launched in my region in the summer of 2019, I believe. So I've been playing the game for well over 2 years now. Obviously, I think it's going to get a little boring and stale. But my biggest issue with the game is the performance issues. I have an iPad Air 4, pretty higher end device. Should run the game pretty easily, 60 FPS on high graphics. And Battle Royale runs smoothly. 60 FPS high graphics, I can play Battle Royale pretty smoothly, aside from a few hitches here and there, but that's to be expected. But for some reason, when I play multiplayer, I get bad frame rate drops to where it's like unplayable. And I don't know why. But as soon as I start a recording, like a gameplay recording like you're seeing now, it stays at 60 FPS and it runs super smooth. But as soon as I stop the recording, it goes back down to its crappy frame rate. And I don't know why it does that. I don't know what the issue is. I played on multiple different settings, lowered the graphics, and no matter what graphics setting I'm on, I get bad frame rate drop, even though I'm on an iPad Air 4. So, this issue's been going on for months now. That's why I don't really play ranked anymore, because it's almost unplayable. I literally have to have a recording going the whole time to play the game, which is super annoying. But that's just my personal issue with the game. Let me know guys in the comments below though. What are your thoughts on Call of Duty Mobile? How long have you been playing the game? Let me know. Thanks for watching. Peace.